Right across from this wonderful little area of Cimarron, this is the Veterans Memorial, and they have some plaques here, and they have a wonderful Welcome to Cimarron sign. We stayed at this Hikers Cimarron Inn and RV Park. It is really wonderful, and I'll walk through and show it to you. But I also want to share with you that not last night, I am rattled today. You guys are going to have to bear with me. We have decided to stay at this little RV park. It is just the cutest. They have the cutest little flowers and decor. And look at this little truck and rooster and all of the landscaping. These are some of the rooms. They just keep it up so nicely. And they also own a coffee shop in town called Hikers Coffee. But you can see that these rooms are quite lovely. Each one has a name. I just love that. And then here we are, camped in the back. You can see Penny and Phoenix there. Here's the thing, you guys. Yesterday, for a few minutes, I literally thought I was going to die.
Today is a good day to live.
Before we dive into the video, I just want to clarify a few things. I keep my KOKO Fam patrons up to date in real time, but for those of you just now seeing this, let me give you a little history before I show you the video and tell you what happened that I really thought might have been my last moments on this earth. So Phoenix has been cutting out, and not like a carburetor cut out, although I had that checked out. It's hard to explain, and it doesn't matter what time of day it is, what the temperature outside is, but when the engine gets warm, she would just not have any power. It would be like she was running out of gas, even if I had a full tank. And I would have to pull over and let her cool off. And so I took her to a mechanic in Angel Fire. That did not go well, and his work did not hold. And he replaced a fuel filter that is in the neck of my Hydrojet, what is that called? Not start to say generator. Carburetor. I'm skipping this morning. And we went to Napa and got the part, and Jana watched a video and showed him where it was, and his mom helped him, you know, but he was the only mechanic available, the only mechanic around, and there's more on that later in this video. And then we drove we were there in that lot for almost a week over the July 4th weekend because he left for vacation and the work wasn't finished and I couldn't drive. So, and then we drove to Coyote Creek, and she had a bad fuel leak. He didn't put it all back together good, and I had to have a mobile mechanic come out. And so that little bitty fuel filter cost me $500. I went back, actually $550. I went back, and the young man gave me a $50 refund. But and then we drove from Coyote Creek to Story Lake to Cimarron Canyon State Park, and that's about 150 miles, and she did great. But when we left Cimarron Canyon State Park yesterday, we were headed to Sugar Eat. There went some ravens. We were headed to Sugar Eat Canyon State Park, and she didn't even make it 25 miles. Now the 25 miles down the mountain, it according to Google, it doesn't take that long, but when you're in an old rig, it takes longer. So we always do 1.5 times on the whatever Google says it's going to take. So we allowed lots of time. We left early. We left camp about 8:30, but she started losing power again. And I thought, oh no, it's the same thing over again, but it wasn't. This was worse. And she completely died going down the mountain, and I had to pull off, and I didn't realize I didn't have brakes, and we were really close to going over the embankment and down the mountain to the river below, and it was scary. It was beyond scary. And she started up again. We took the doghouse off. We checked everything, and decided to drive her on into Cimarron, and I'm glad we did. She kept dying, but I wasn't driving more than 30 miles an hour, and made sure that I was safe. Bandit, I put him in with Jana, and she rode with Frugal RV Gal and Sammy Joe. I mean, he rode with them. And we pulled into Cimarron, and I pulled into the Valero gas station, and she died again in the middle of their parking lot. And so we had to wait and get her started and get her over to a parking space. And it turns out that right across the street was the mechanic that you're going to meet today and get the rest of the story. Jana, what are you doing?
You want the clean version?
Yeah.
Well, your last mechanic.
The mobile mechanic that replaced the Angel Fire mechanic.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could preface this with, it won't start, and it keeps dying.
Yeah, on the mountain, coming down the mountain, she died. I had no brakes, no power steering. Found a pull off and managed to get her stopped. And now, what are you having to get your drill for?
Because that last mechanic, when he screwed this in, he used his trusty little drill and
yeah. He
busted
said,
the head off of.
Yeah. He said,
screw.
oops, busted that screw head. And I
know. We should have said right then, you need to fix that.
Yeah, you need to drill it out. But I didn't know, so now Jana gets to try to do it. It just feels so bad. We didn't even make it 30 miles from camp, and we got to take the doghouse off. We're going to try to figure out, because it has to be the work that one of those two knuckleheads did. What the hell is so hard about finding a good mechanic anymore? She stopped running coming down the mountain near Philmont Boy Scout Ranch, and we got her started again and pulled into this Rockies here in Cimarron. Went in to get something to eat. They don't start cooking till 10. So we went down the road and got a burrito from the store, and Jana started her generator and cooked us a couple of burritos that way. And then we came back here and are able to, fortunately, right beside their building, there's a parking space that works. And across the street, the lady at the supermarket told us that there is a mechanic that hopefully will get this figured out. And if we need him, we'll go there. I just told Jana, I said, oh, look at that tractor next to us. It has a fuel filter or air filter on top. She's like, Deborah, that's your air filter. He just laid it up there. Okay, George was able to diagnose the issue with Phoenix. He actually put kits on and checked stuff, and when Jana gets back at some point, I'll let her tell you guys about it, because I don't understand any of it, but she feels real good about what he diagnosed. And then we came and got lunch for them and us, because parts are being delivered out of Raton, which is actually where we're trying to get to for our reservations. This guy's so nice. Jana feels very confident because he was able to show her what he was testing and what he was finding. And so we have high hopes that this is going to fix Phoenix. And we came down here to the Creamy the hamburger joint, and they called in what they wanted and we got what we wanted. And we'll go back, and they're going to be able to deliver the parts at about 1:30. You guys hot? The AC's on. Y'all shouldn't be hot. shouldn't be hot. Anyway, they will deliver the parts at 1:30. He thinks it's going to be a straightforward change out, and we will be able to make our reservations. But if not, we can spend the night in his parking lot. Oh, I tapped Phoenix on the dashboard, and I was like, hang in there, Phoenix. We're trying to get you fixed. Ain't that right, babies? What you doing, Bando? No, don't be eating stuff. Fine, then I'll go back up here to my bed. Oh my goodness, y'all, and it's hot today. Of course, I shouldn't be complaining about the heat because we're up in the mountains and it's probably nothing like heat around the rest of the country. So I apologize. I shouldn't. What, Sammy? Oh my goodness. Can y'all tell I'm a little rattled?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh yeah. And then I just put one there and one there, so I know where they go. And I'll pull this over here, and then pull that center cap off, and then do it.
Okay, so there's Phoenix. We are sitting over here underneath this tree because they got the parts in that they needed, but it didn't come with some electronic sensor. No, I don't have any sensors. What is it that we're waiting on now, Jenna?
I don't remember what he called it.
Me either.
One.
And in the meantime, we went and got lunch and did all that stuff. And I don't remember where, but somewhere along the way I fell out of Jana's truck. I sprained my ankle. Yeah. Oh my God. So I'm hobbling around. But these guys are so wonderful, and I want to thank O'Reilly's. Is that who he's using out of Raton? That is delivering the second part. We got 3 parts in and waiting on the 4th, I think. They are going to finish up. The list is long, and we'll be back in 2 weeks for them to do a full distributor replacement. But it's going to be too late for us to make our reservations tonight, so we're going to stay in the only RV park in this little town for the night. And then I've already called the state park where we're headed next and told them we'll be there tomorrow morning, and they were like, 2 thumbs up, no problem, don't worry about it. So that's what we're going to do. We are headed we left this morning at 8:30. Right at 8:30, we left Cimarron Canyon State Park, made it to Cimarron, New Mexico, the town, and are headed to Sugar Reek Canyon State Park outside of Raton. Oh, sweet boy. But wait, there's more. So Jana just came to tell me that the screws that held something in place from the new parts were too long, and when they started the engine, it broke the rotor. So they're going to put the old rotor back in, and we'll make an appointment in a couple of weeks to see if it all held up. God love Phoenix.
So here's your old coil to your distributor. Smell. It's been burning.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. Right
Oh my gosh.
here. See how it's,
Yeah, it's been burning.
yeah.
And did they replace that coil?
Yes, this is the coil that they replaced.
And what is it that broke when the screws were too long?
So this is the screws that they put in, but they used the new screws, and they were too long, so they stuck out. See, here they won't even stick out.
Yeah.
And it went through and broke the new rotary,
Bless,
rotor.
man. Gotta love Phoenix. She never makes anything easy.
But that,
Holy cow. Holy cow. She ought to run a lot better now.
yeah.
I have to tell you guys that This shop, I don't know how far away Cimarron is from Angel Fire, but he said they get a lot of repeat work from the kid in Angel Fire that is still cutting his teeth. And so I understand that. I get that. But I think we're getting the parts replaced now on Phoenix that needs to be done, and it's just a matter of driving her for a while and seeing and coming back in a couple of weeks to have a full distributor replacement. This was kind of just to get us on down the road for a little bit till we can come back. Wow. See what's going on as I limp along.
Just in case any, like backfire or something out of here.
That's some pretty crazy findings.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start it back up in case it
All right.
backfires or something.
All right.
Did I hear something click? Yeah.
But it might just be
The
the
new.
coil
The
engaging.
new.
Yeah, oh yeah. Let's try.
Turning on through it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, I just thought I'd clarify that the Valero is where I finally made it down the mountain and pulled into, and she died again in the middle of their parking lot, like way over on that side close to the highway. And finally got her started again and got her parked over there. And where we are is an actual mechanic shop. There's Sammy resting, Bandit resting, but this is a mechanic shop right across the street. And we had gone to the supermarket this morning and asked the lady, and she said, yeah, go see George. Didn't know he was right across the street. So I'm so blessed. So many good things, and they're still working on Phoenix. We have a place to stay tonight. It's all good. Okay, so we are here at Hiker's Cimarron Inn. Gonna stay the night, and hopefully the dog down there at the inn won't be barking all night. And it's a cute little place. This is the back side, of course. That white building on the left right there is the shower house. I'm gonna take advantage of that. And then Penny, and then me. Don't know the people down there on the end, but we made it. And Phoenix is running great. Turned out to be that burned coil. All right, everybody, I am here with Stephen, the owner of Hiker's Cimarron Inn and RV Park, where we are staying for 3 nights. And so glad you had openings. Thank you so much.
No, we appreciate your business.
Yeah, I tell you what, with my brain injury and all of that excitement yesterday and feeling like I almost died, my engine died, and my brakes, I had to pull off the road, and my brakes didn't. It was treacherous. So we're glad to be here and get rested up and everything. Tell us a little bit about your place.
Well, we got a 14-room motel. We got 12 rooms that are more like a standard hotel room, and then the 2 rooms here in the middle have kitchenettes, so we can. And one of them is in a bunkhouse, so it'll sleep up to 10 people.
Nice.
Yep, we get a lot of Boy Scouts that come through here to use that one.
Because you're close to Philmont, outside of Cimarron, yeah.
And then we got 10 RV spots that are full hookups. 4 of them only 30 amp, the rest are all 30 and 50 amp. And then we have 5 tent sites.
Yeah, and those have their own lawn area and tables with coverings and everything.
They're primitive sites, but we do have a bathhouse with water there. So
yeah, and I looked in the women's bathhouse last night, and it's got 2 stalls and then a nice big shower, and it's just a lovely place. And Cimarron is a great town. So if you're in the area, stop by and say hi to Stephen and rent a room or an RV site.
We'd love that.
Yeah, you bet.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.